So here's a little fun fact. I review tripods a lot. I own about 4 or 5 different tripods that I use whenever I feel like it. But my most used tripod is actually not a tripod. Of course, I mean, I use the function as a tripod, but it's not actually a tripod. In this video, let me talk about my Manfrotto 035 clamp and 244 arm setup that I use for my studio and as well as shooting at roof decks just like these. Okay, so I've been using this setup for quite a while now, and every time I would go to events or whenever I would give workshops at roof deck locations, I would bring this and people would either be shocked that I actually trust such a setup for my camera, or they would be, well, amazed and they would end up getting one for themselves. So I thought, okay, let's make a video about it because I know that a lot of people are actually interested about this setup. And here it is. So this is actually the Manfrotto 035 Superclamp. And this is a modular accessory that lets you mount anything onto anything that fits within these teeth or this mouth of the clamp. So this can actually go onto railings like these, or in the studio, I use this with the Manfrotto auto pole that holds the camera as well as the lights. So I actually don't use anything with 3 feet inside my studio. Instead, I use one pole that attaches everything. Now, this tool is actually very handy and it can be used with a lot of different accessories. So you can use this to mount lights, you can use this to mount flash units, even cameras, and basically anything. I even use this sometimes to hang a reflector. And now you can see there are actually quite a few ports here that can accommodate for 1/4 inch accessories or screws. But the main mount will be this hole right here. And as you can see, I have actually overused this because that is pretty scratched up. Now, of course, my accessory of choice to go with this is actually this Manfrotto 244 arm. And there are many different sizes of this, but of course, this is the one that is most versatile because it can give you an extra few inches of height. So all you have to do is mount that there and lock this in place. Now, if you're actually going to use the clamp onto a thinner surface, then you can use this adapter to make that mouth a bit more flat and lock it just like that. But in this particular scenario or this demo, I will remove that and place it back here so it won't get lost. Now, this 244 arm is actually a really strong support accessory. If I'm not mistaken, this can carry around 7.5 kilograms of gear. And to tell you the truth, even a full frame camera with a telephoto lens will not go beyond 4 or 5 kilograms. So even that can actually be mounted on this. And I've actually done that when shooting cityscapes at the right locations. But in any case, you know that this can actually carry almost anything you want it to. Now, there are many different variants of the 244 arm. There is one that actually has a camera plate and you can get that and use that on the fly. But this one I got actually did not come with a camera plate. So I got this Arca Swiss type clamp right here from Asian Amazon or Lazada and added the typical screw and locked it with an Allen wrench, and that's it. And this can already accommodate for any Arca Swiss type plate and L bracket. Now, how does it work? Then obviously all you have to do is mount that right here. You lock the clamp with this lever and you can actually control the entire arm with this knob right here. So this knob controls, of course, this joint as well as the two ball joints here and here. So all you have to do is mount your camera on here and you can already shoot without having a tripod. Ironically, to shoot this, I am using a tripod. But most scenarios wherein I use this, of course, I don't have to bring a tripod anymore. Now, just to add a little bit of opinion or insight to make this an actual review, if Manfrotto is listening, then I really do hope they come up with a variant that has an Arca Swiss quick release clamp, and you know what, that's it. So if you have any question about this unique setup, actually not unique, you know, I first saw this with Elia Locardi over half a decade back, and it took me a while to be able to locate where I could get this. But of course, if you're from the Philippines, then you can get this from MQ Lighting or Manfrotto Store PH on Facebook. And of course, this is available on Amazon, on B&H, on Adorama, and all of those, which I have no affiliate link to, so you can just go ahead and search them, or I will place a few links down below. Now, if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. If you have any reactions or suggestions about this setup, then do feel free to leave them down below as well. And of course, if you've made it this far into the video, my name is Nicco Valenzuela. I am a landscape and architectural photographer, and more often a cityscape photographer, and this channel talks about landscape, architecture, and cityscapes, and all the gear that are helpful for those endeavors. And if you are into that, then of course, feel free to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell to make sure you get notified when I have new videos. And in any case, thank you for watching and thank you for the support.